And I would like to welcome, we have two schools from different parts of the world here today. And we have St. Thomas School, Dwarka. Can you hear me? Please just confirm yes.
Yes, now we can hear you.
Okay. And I'm also talking to the school, Ellinogermaniki, Agogi School. And I'm sure my pronunciation, yes, I know it's incorrect. So I'm just going to ask you to correct it for me. But can you hear me? If you can hear me, please raise your hands. Okay. And can you just speak? Somebody on the Greek side, just speak, because I think you got muted. Can you just speak for a minute on the Greek side? Just say hello in Greek. Can you just shout out hello in Greek? I'm not sure I can hear you. Can you just unmute it from your side? Just... Okay, yeah.
Can you hear us? Can you hear us now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. And
sorry, we had it on mute. Sorry.
Right, and I'm having to put you on mute also because there's kids on both sides, so I'll have to put you on mute once in a while. But it's so exciting. We have both these schools here today. And can you understand English, or would you have to would it have to be translated? Okay, great. You probably speak it better than us. But okay, so again, can one of you please correct the pronunciation of your school? Just give me the correct name. Okay, and
let me repeat it for you. Ellinogermaniki, Agogi. It's difficult.
Okay.
No.
It's great. It sounds great. So we have the school here with us today from Greece, and we have Dr. Angelos Lazoudis. And please correct that too. And I'm so thankful to him today for helping us set up this interaction. And we also have Director Manos Apostolakis.
Okay. Yes. The pronunciation was very good.
Okay. So so welcome here today, and we are so excited to interact with our friends in Greece. And now let me switch over to India, and we are in New Delhi, and this is St. Thomas School, Dwarka. And go ahead, please introduce yourself.
A blissful morning to the guests from a distance apart. We, the students and the staff of St. Thomas's Dwarka, heartily welcome Ellinogermaniki at Agogi School to be a part of this event. This event would not be possible without the hard and toiling efforts of our senior school in charge, Ms. Menka Siti, an ardent space admirer who motivates all of us to be a part of such events. Our space coordinator, Ms. Seema Asri, who have helped us all in organizing this event. A big thanks to our space educators, Ms. Sonali and Ms. Neha. A special thanks to our activity intern, Ms. Ritu Singh, for her special efforts to make this event possible. Now I would like to take over by Nishta.
Good afternoon, friends. I'd like to explain a PPT that we have been starting with. We'll be just starting. It's the Paridi project that we have been doing, and now it's the Eratosthenes method. The objective of this experiment is to measure the circumference of the Earth, not by using the complex methods or something like that, but just by simple geometry. Here we have the activities specially done on equinoxes and solstices. And this is December 21st, and we're doing it now because we know the exact position of the sun that is overhead the Tropic of Capricorn, that is just 5799 kilometers from here. this, since we know the position of the Earth is just near to the Sun, and now we have Eratosthenes. He was a great Greek philosopher who just found out good about like he has done a lot of in three-volume work, geography. He mapped his entire known world, even dividing the Earth into 5 zones. One of his contributions was the concept of latitude and longitude. He was the one who was the first man to be able to calculate the size of the Earth with just a minimal error of 2%. Now I would like to have Soumya. She'll be explaining you the rest.
What about you?
And now, just before starting with Soumya, we'd like to have a little more about you. Thank you.
Yeah, meanwhile, I would like to, welcome the Greek side. And as you know, it is winter solstice today, as we just discussed. And we would like to ask what you did today on winter solstice day. Did you also do Eratosthenes activity today?
We discussed the experiment. Unfortunately, the weather is it's cloudy and it's raining, so we couldn't take any measurements. But we will take with the first chance when we see sun over maybe tomorrow or after we come back from the holidays.
And
we have performed the experiment as the student said earlier. We have performed it in September, but this was the first attempt that we tried to do during the winter solstice.
And I just wanted to ask you, because you run Eratosthenes like few on all the solstice and equinox, and you do it with different schools there in Europe. Is that like a project you do? Because that's how I came in touch with you.
Yes, this is a project that we do on March 21st, and it involves more than 1,000 schools worldwide, and we try to connect schools that have the same longitude and do the experiment by exchanging data.
That's great. And I did try to join in once, but there was nobody on our longitude. But next time we'll try to get many more of our schools involved with you.
Yes, yes, we will discuss it. We would like to collaborate with Space India on that.
Because Space works with a lot of schools. And so I'm sure all of you know about Eratosthenes. But I'll turn it back over to the Indian school, St. Thomas Dwarka, because they're really excited. They've done this project today, and they would like to share with you what they understand about how this calculation works. And in Space, we actually run it as a project called Project Parithi, which means boundary, and we calculate the circumference of the Earth. So I'll turn it over to St. Thomas Dwarka, and you can continue talking about what you know, what Eratosthenes did, and how the calculation works. Okay, go ahead, St. Thomas.
Okay, so I was just briefing about Eratosthenes. He was the first person to calculate the circumference of the Earth in 3rd BC. He knew that the sun would be overhead in sign, which was in the Tropic of Cancer at midday, day of summer, solstice, as sunlight lit a very deep well. From the well, he then overhead in Alexandria calculated his that was the circumference of the Earth with the help of his many simple geometrical methods. He also was the one who divided the Earth into 5 zones. Now I would like to switch over to my friend Soumya.
Now to carry on this method, we need some equipment. There is the gnomon stick, the drawing boards and thumb pins, spirit level and plumb lines, which are essential. Spirit level for measuring the horizontal level of the board, and the plumb line for measuring the vertical height of the gnomon. Pencil and long ruler, protector, white sheets will be provided, and a calculator. Today, we conducted Parity project in our school, and the students followed some procedures which we
would like to share with you. As you can see, they placed the lymphocyte sheet on a board with thumb pins placed on it. We placed the gnomon on it, measured the horizontal distance by placing the spirit level, and measured the gnomon height by doing the plumb line. Then the students are seen taking the shadows of the gnomon. They draw a line that is the hypotenuse joining the height of the gnomon and take and the shortest shadow in its base. They record their readings in the observation sheet. Now I would like to switch over to Ananya to help you find the sun angle. After knowing the certain parameters like sun angle and the distance between two places, we just calculated the circumference. We calculated the circumference of the Earth by multiplying distance into 360 upon the angle of the sun. The observations we recorded were 40149.62 with an accuracy of 9.43%.
And thanks for sharing that. And I would let me ask St. Thomas, how many students participated today? Can you tell me?
There were approximately 30 to 35 students who did the activity.
And in addition, I'd like to share that today I was also at Jantar Mantar, and we had 200 students participating there. So we also had a lot of fun there. And let me come back to Greece. And I would like to ask you, from your point of view, could you tell us a little bit more about Eratosthenes, because he was Greek, and we just read what we find on the internet, but can you tell us a little bit more about what you know about him and what are his contributions? Anybody there? Okay, maybe one person. Maybe.
Just 1 second until the student comes.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Eratosthenes was the headmaster of Alexandria's library. And he read in a book that the 1/5 of the Earth's circumference was.
Yes.
The students are like kind of shy or so. I can.
Okay, that's.
I can just say a few words about that. Eratosthenes was the head of the Library of Alexandria, and so he was like the person. Let's say if you wanted to compare it with our days, let's say with the person who had access to the internet, while nobody else didn't, because the Library of Alexandria had thousands of books by then, so he could read a lot of things. In one of the books that he read, he saw that people observed that in Syene, which is a city south of Alexandria, at one particular day of the year, someone could see the sun in the well by looking inside a well. So then he became curious, and he started wondering how could this happen, and why he couldn't see that in Alexandria. Of course, the ancient Greeks knew that the Earth was round from the shadow of Earth during the eclipses on the moon, but they didn't know how big the Earth was. So basically, what Eratosthenes, his thinking was, he thought that he made the following thinking, that the rays that come from the sun, because they come from so far away, they're parallel lines. So then he worked out this, and he started calculating, measuring the shadow at the day that when seen they had no shadow. And the other thing that he had to do in order to complete his calculation was to measure the distance between Syene and Alexandria. Now, there are many stories about that. One says that there were some people that were usually hired, and their job was to measure distances. So they did it by foot, and they would usually go like three people walking, and the middle one was just used to adjust. So they had like something like 3 holes, and they had to make sure that they could see through the holes. The third person could see through the hole that the second was holding, could see the first one, so they always go straight in line. And the other story says that the distance was measured with camels, because camels have a very steady step. So they measured the steps of the camel. Another thing that is like we don't know exactly is the distance that he calculated. What is it exactly in terms of meters? Because in Greece they had the stadium. So, but the ancient Greeks, the Greeks in Greece, used a different stadium than the Greeks in Egypt. And but if we assume that he used the one that in Egypt, I think his calculation was about 1% of the circumference of the Earth. So it was pretty much very accurate. Okay, so that's from us. And
Right. No, thank you. That's great to hear it from your side. And so I'll go back to the Indian school, St. Thomas Dwarka, and let me ask you, how did your activity go today? Was it? Can somebody describe it? Was it? Did you get some sun?
Yeah, we had sun that was just overhead us, and our noon time was 12:19. And then that's how we just proceeded with the activity and just we went further.
Okay, so can you tell me what was the sun angle you found?
Hello, ma'am. The sun angle that we find today was 52 degrees.
And just I want to make this point to both sides. So can you tell me what is your latitude and longitude approximately, St. Thomas? Approximately, even if you don't know the full digits.
The longitude is 77 degree and the latitude is 9 degrees.
Okay, and same with Greece. Can somebody tell me what the longitude is in Greece? Where are you?
25.
Okay. So the difference in longitude in Greece, we have the longitude of about 25 degrees, and in India we have about 77 degrees. So so the difference is 52 degrees. So so basically whatever local noon you found today would be dependent on how far away you are in distance. So can anybody in St. Thomas tell me if the difference is about 52 degrees, what would be the time difference? Do you know the answer?
3 hours. 3
Okay, so I'm going to try and...
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah. Yeah. How much?
3.5 hours.
Yeah, that's right. So let me see if I can show you how to do that. Okay, and now I'll just take you to it, and hopefully you can see it. both sides. So I have on this map, I've marked Greece, kind of somewhere in Greece, and I marked Delhi, and you can see the distance between them, or in in a terms of difference in longitude, which are the vertical lines. The difference is 54 degrees or 52 degrees, as we just thought. And the sun covers about 1 degree in 4 minutes. So 54 degrees is about 3.5 hours. So basically, if we measured the local noon and they measured the local noon, the difference would be about 3.5 degrees. And as we know, because right now, what is our time here? It's about 4:20, and I think it's about 12, 1 o'clock there. So that's the time difference. So basically, I just wanted to tell you we are sitting in different parts of the world today, and our longitude difference is what determines the time difference. And St. Thomas, what did you say your sun angle was today?
52 degrees.
How much again? Repeat.
52 degrees.
Okay, and I don't know if our friends in Greek did not do the activity today, but the sun angle is also a function of latitude. Okay, so I just wanted to show you this. I just wanted to show you this picture where it kind of shows you where you are in New Delhi, and the sun angle would be a function of the latitude, so it would be 28.6 degrees and 23.5 degrees, which is where the Tropic of Capricorn is. Because today, where is the sun overhead? It's overhead on Tropic of Capricorn. So our sun angle is about 52 degrees. And the same figure in Greece, you're at 39 degree north. And if you measure the angle between you and Tropic of Capricorn, that would be about 62.5 degrees. So I just wanted to, since we're all here today, I wanted to share that with you. So I would also like to anything else that Greeks would you sir, would you like to share anything else about what we know about the difference between our latitude or longitude?
No. Would you like to say something? No. No, but maybe we can keep we can be in contact with the school in India for
Yeah.
future collaboration in the Eratosthenes experiment or in any other experiment that we do.
Yeah, that'll be great. And let me then ask the St. Thomas Dwarka. Would you like? We would like your coordinator or principal, if she's there, to please say a few words about this collaboration and about this interchange and how you felt about it.
Very good afternoon, rather it's good evening here. So it's great to partner with one of the schools who's as far as 3.5 hours away from us.
Right.
The activity that happened at both the places was a enriching experience for both the schools. Hopefully they'll be able to do it in a better month when the climate and the weather conditions are favorable. Since yeah. So since I'm a mathematics person, I would like to tell you all that besides being a geographer, he was a very good mathematician also.
Okay.
Eratosthenes, as you call him, and he was the one who gave us the number theory and prime numbers. So I don't know whether you people are studying that or not, but we do that in India, and we look forward to more such interactions. Maybe we have a better plan, better activities lined up in the future wherein we are able to collaborate with you and share each other's experiences. Thank you. Have a nice day and Merry Christmas to all. Thank you.
And sir, I would like to hear from you from the Greek side.
Yes, I think it's very nice that we have this opportunity now for our students to see that other people in other side of the world they're doing similar experiments. They have the same experiences in science, Anyway, science is something that unites us all, and we're looking forward to have like future experiments, even not only Eratosthenes, but maybe other experiments where our students could collaborate, but could collaborate like for a longer period of time by exchanging data and experiences.
Yeah, and that's a perfect ending because this leaves us open to so much more we can do together as schools in different parts of the world. So, sir, thank you for joining us today with Space to bring this collaboration and exchange of ideas with both countries. And I will get back in touch with you online to see what we can bring to our schools.
Okay, thank you for the invitation. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, and happy winter solstice. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. This session is online. It's on YouTube. I'll give you the link and you can share it with your friends. I forgot to tell you that before, but it is online. I'll give you the link. Please share it. And if you have too much fun, then all our Indian kids would like to in Greece. So thank you again, everybody. Happy Winter Solstice Day. Thanks for joining us. And it was a great opportunity for India, for us in India to interact with our friends in Greece.
Thank you. Bye-bye.